Now, when me and Mary sit down, it kind of goes like that at first. At first, it goes kind of like this, and then what ensues afterwards, she doesn't like it. She has this jealous side of her, and it's yeah. So, on behalf of I
I don't know.
When are you gonna get back?
I don't know.
So when are you leaving?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, we just found out over the phone.
So where are you going?
I don't know.
When are you gonna get back?
then she gets her annoyed
I
side.
don't know.
So when are you leaving?
I don't know. I mean,
Which is usually
we just found out over the phone.
So where are you going?
I don't know.
When are you gonna get back?
I don't know.
So when are you leaving?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, we just found out over the phone.
So where are you going?
I don't know.
When are you gonna get back?
I don't know.
So when are you leaving?
I don't know. I mean,
so my marital issues. Uh, no, I'm not it was if she starts to get annoyed, which is usually often, I would say that. Then I have to decipher what she's saying first of all. Then it's, but you just wanted this done. It doesn't just happen with a snap of a finger. Like it takes time. She usually wants it done in like 3 seconds. If it was possible to do that, then it would be something devilish. So to do it right, and she'll just sit there and like, fair enough. And I usually played that role. I was just like, all right, let her have it. Whatever she wants to say, because I listen. First thing I would tell anybody from perspective of war, listen. Shut your mouth and listen. If you can't hear, you can't. But then you'll listen, and she's not an ordinary woman. Like, you're going to hear both sides out of her if you'll shut your mouth. So I learned that so much, and then it was kind of like, all right, well, I told her once, I was like, all right, we have this much time, and then I'm getting deployed. And then I was like, she wanted to fight the entire time. And I was just like, what are you fighting about and why? I'm about to be deployed. So if a woman can't understand the significance of God's sovereignty, there's going to be. I'm only speaking for the military. The other people, we already knew the world's marriages were going to just be what they're going to be. But for the military, you need to be in agreement with it, and then I have one vessel. I can be all over the place and come right back in like a split second. So it became, if you can't recognize me when I'm working, and I was trying to tell her that too, then it'll be a problem because you're gonna be trying to discern it. Is he the devil? What is he doing right now? No, working. And the way we went about it was trainer over and over again, trainer over and over again, trainer over and over again, so that she gets used to it, so that she kind of understands this is what he does, this is his office, he's the real boss, and he's doing it incognito for a reason, so he can be left the fuck alone, and he has ways that he does things. And then he does what he does. He gets up every single morning. So I think the military life for her was way different because she called herself the Archangel Faith. And then when I knocked on her door, it was like, all right, well, let's see. And I saw so much wrong. And I was just like, all right, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. And I was like, who told you to do that? Because what I was doing was testing the spirit. Like, what spirit is she actually following? Then I saw so much wrong. I remember me and God were talking about it. I was like, no, no, no. I was like, there's too much wrong with it. But you know, God's going to be like, no, now figure it out. So, um, answering her prayers every single time just to prove it was me, but the devil would talk in her ear every single second. That was a hazardous condition because it would eventually turn into what it always turns into: her choosing her side, then attacking. And then from there, it's either hurt her really, really bad or just walk away. So I don't think that she really understood. It was like, I'm walking away because I don't want to hurt you. It was like, because I will have to bring some type of judgment on you, and I don't want to do that. So I'd rather just, if I didn't see it and it wasn't in my sight, then I can walk away, and then you can do whatever you want. But I'm still gonna have to. When we return back together, I'm still gonna have it. It's not gonna, and I think she didn't really realize that everything she was doing was seen in heaven. And I would sit down with my angels and like I got people, you know. We'd talk and it'd be like, do you know what she's doing and all this. So she never really had a leg to stand on. I didn't see why the arrogance was there. She wasn't known in heaven. Like she never really graduated at all. So it was kind of like, what is she talking about? And most of my people were too. So it was God was looking at it like, I mean, I'll be honest, who the fuck is she thinking she's talking to like that? But then I wanted a real marriage, so God was kind of like, yeah, well, this is marriage. So I was like, all right. But he's not the type that lets things go too much. Like he'll step in when he needs to step in. So I mean, I was trying to teach her warfare, and she's I don't know. She needs to just be herself. Um, this isn't who she is, but she had so much time. I always I didn't stand up to the judgment. I didn't. I, intercessory stances I've taken. I've been like, well, she was in Portland. God was like, she deserved it. It was her path. It's her father. Whole different thing when she comes into our family. So trying to bring her in to the family and really teach her, you know, um, the biblical things and all that. Like you can hide, you can pretend all you want, but you don't ever follow an order. You haven't accomplished anything. And she would sit there and stomp her feet and yell, "Yes, I have. I've helped all these people." No, you helped the enemy. So I think her head was so twisted around that she thought she was actually doing anything. It was like, hey, come back to step one, boot camp. Let me see you can do something. And she just really lazy and always trying to find the easy way out, but not understanding the entire purpose of the training was attention to detail. Would have helped her mind. I remember she was saying she was so anxious for driving my van. And I was like, good. Now face it. So, as her husband, my thought process was to make her better, like to mold her, to really not see what I'm seeing now. But to always hear her and all that. The reconciliation is still a goal and all that. I still think she's funny. I don't think she's a soldier, but I still think she's funny. I think when she actually wants to actually suit up, and then she was talking all this stuff about the Galactic Federation of Light and Sergeant So and So is real, and I was like, well, for you, I'll be the Archangel Michael, so I'll train you. Let's see, and then from there it was, yeah, but you're not able. And I think when you look at Make Your Bed Right, like if you look at mine, it's only made right because every step was an obedience. So you see the fruit of it. I was told to carry out an order this morning, carried it out. Where I'm going to sleep tonight, right here. So I'm grateful. I'm perfectly content with it. I'm doing my job as we speak. I have everything that God told me to do. That's how you make your bed. So I think people have a different idea of the standard thought process they have towards the military. Then there's Heaven's military, and it's no joke. It's way more intense. It's mental, it's physical. Like if somebody was to tell me, could you go through a Navy SEAL training in the physical? Yeah. God would give me the strength if He wanted me to. I'd probably be able to sustain more pain than you could. but that'd be a pride issue. Where I'm stationed is where I'm stationed. This is a spiritual rank that I hold. This isn't crybaby. My pride got the best of me, so my muscles are bigger than yours. No, no, no. Physically and spiritually, they aren't. Do I know how to shoot? Of course I do. So I mean, it's I think a different way people view a man of God. This is what he's supposed to look like, and the real thing is what I'm showing you. And then my people, really nobody really lasts that long. So it'll be interesting how this works out. Remember what I told you.